Well, hey guys, welcome back to another video. So right now I'm currently in vacation because it's gonna be my birthday soon. My birthday is actually tomorrow, and I'm filming this on 31st of May. So advance happy birthday to me. And as a birthday gift to myself, I bought the new banknote, and it's this one. This £5 note from England or the UK. Now I already have a Scottish pound note, which I got back in 2024. That was like 2 years ago now. And there was a £10 note and it only cost me 200 pesos. So we have a lot to look at this £5 note, but this isn't actually my first English pound note because I already have one, which is this one. Now you may have seen the video about this. I bought this back in January, and I bought this because of the illustration, the back. I just love how it looks. By the way, I'm filming on a balcony right now, which is why the lighting out here is kind of good. So, this is a £5 note from England, or the United Kingdom. So the front of these £5 notes, or the pound notes in general, they have the Queen on them. Before they had the Queen, now they have the King. Fun fact. Now my British friend told me that they're getting more of the King banknotes than the Queen ones. So I guess I'm kind of lucky that I got this, because this is probably becoming rare now in the UK. So obviously the front has Queen Elizabeth II. Then over here in the center is the Bank of England building. And over here in the left hand side is the Elizabeth Tower. Now most people would refer to this as the Big Ben, but actually the Big Ben is the bell side of Elizabeth Tower. So that's the Elizabeth Tower, and inside is the Big Ben. And over here on the very top of this is the coronation crown, which is a security feature. We will talk about more of these later. Now in the reverse of this banknote is Winston Churchill, or Sir Winston Churchill. And over here on the left hand side is the Houses of Parliament, or Westminster, and that's also where the Elizabeth Tower is. And over here in its background is the motto of the Nobel Prize in Literature, Inventas vitam iubat excoluisse per artes. Now if you don't know who Winston Churchill is, he was a great Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Well, that's how they view it, at least in the UK. Because in other countries, mostly in former colonies of the UK, he wasn't viewed as so great. You know, he has, I believe, passed some law that was against the natives in some of the colonies, and most people don't view him as great. But British people say that if it wasn't for him, we would be speaking German.
Alright, so it's been a whole day, but I just want to explain why, if it wasn't for Winston Churchill, we would have been speaking German. So he stood up against the Nazis back in World War II, but he was not viewed so great in the former British colonies because he was racist, and he passed some very racist law against the indigenous people in those colonies. So the difference between how he's viewed in his own country and how he's viewed in the former colonies of his own country is just starking. The difference is just big, you know. So yeah, that's just a side note. Also, plane spotting ahead. There you go. Now back to the video.
Before I go into the security features of these banknote, I just want to recommend you guys have a Sleep Chris's video. He has a great video, very detailed and in-depth video about British banknotes. and as well as this, certain polymer series itself. So let's get into the security features. So like I said earlier, we will talk about more of these, So these are the shiny stuff, as I call them. So when you tilt them, they're very shiny. And the security feature down here is when you tilt it, it goes from 5 to pounds, 5 pounds, 5 pounds. And then over here is the Elizabeth Tower. So you can see that it's silver. Well, no, it's actually gold on the front. And it's also shiny. It changes color. But in the back, it's actually silver. I have this thing up here that's also shiny a bit. Yeah, just like calling it shine. Yeah, why not? And you have these Orion rings. But of course, since this is a polymer banknote, you have a clear window. So yeah. And you also have this. I went to the site of CCL Secure, the one that makes these banknotes, and they call this thing a cameo. And also, what I love about these British banknotes or English banknotes are the checkered UV features. You can see that. So yeah, this is my new banknote. This cost me 425 pesos. Quite expensive to be honest, but hey, at least I bought it. Maybe the next one could be a £10 note, but I already have one. But who knows, maybe I'll also buy a Scottish £5 note. Anyways, for anyone watching, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. And until next time, I'll see you. And goodbye.